Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
And yes, it is. Yes, it is. I would say, I say that about all my streams. It's just vital to the future of you. I really do. I say that too about the vast majority of my live streams. But I always mean it. I do. I always mean it. Good morning. Good afternoon. How is everyone? So this is one of my crazy religious live streams, which I'll be talking about my theory on. I answered you about Derek Manis. How you doing? I answered your question. Remember? Yeah, we do have Padres. But I answered you when you commented. We do have Padres. Are they called Padres? I think they're called Padres. I think they are. Yeah. But yeah, you have them of all denominations. I think you have to, right? I think it's like I mean, this you have to have them proportionally. I think to the what's it called again? The population. So if you got like a 10% population of Jews, then you've got to get 10% of your Padres be rabbis or something like that. I don't know. Don't really know how it works, but there you go. Dr. Dave, how you doing? Okay, and Eastlyn, how are you? So anyway, so this is one of my crazy religious streams. So I want you to know inside my mind how I'm coming up with these things, because I think I'm predicting something that's like completely impossible. And I just want to document how I'm getting there, because it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I think we see antecedents. I think that's one of the purposes of the Bible, the Old Testament, the Bible, is to see antecedents in human behavior, right? Look, the Bible, in terms of storytelling, it's freaking awesome. Right? It's my comic that I'm putting out soon, my Indiegogo called Biblical. That's really what it's about. In storytelling terms, every classic storytelling trope is in the Old Testament, and it's really the way they do it. It's very good. But you can pull everything out there. So yeah. But I do think we see the antecedents, time repeats itself. In Judaism, we have this idea that time is a ever-recurring spiral, and you can intersect those times. It's in a weird way. How do I explain it? Okay, I'll give you a great example. Weird example. There's a holiday called Purim, which is it's a really cool holiday. You have to get drunk. You have to get drunk out of your mind until you can't tell the difference between good and evil, right? So the Jews are always like, yeah, what does that really mean? So they quantify that as saying when you can't do the numerology to go between good or evil in terms of numerology. So but it's basically like you see that there is no difference between good and evil. Everything just comes from God, right? Everything's everything just filters into a different way. But anyway, so that's it's very important. But you got to get really drunk to let go of your conscious mind. Now, the reason for that is it's the only way of understanding the holiday of Purim, because it's a story of redemption. I mean, again, we're talking about redemption. We're going to be talking about redemption a lot right now, because I think that's where we are. I think we are at the precipice of redemption. And I say you and me. It's like, doesn't matter what theology. I think we are all at the precipice of some form of redemption. And I think we're about a month out. I mean, honestly, and I'm not saying this in like esoteric terms. I think, wow, crazy crap's going to happen. We're going to start seeing crazy crap happening. Anyway, fine. So the holiday of Purim, you read the story of Purim in this thing called Megillas Esther, the Book of Esther, which is a scroll, right? Which is essentially this guy called Haman, who pretty much is the same soul as the Chancellor of Germany in the 1930s. A very naughty man. A national socialist, very popular though, awfully popular. I think it's this guy called Haman. He wanted to destroy the Jews, right? And so he had this royal decree to wipe the Jews out. And through this weird series of events, the king's wife was Jewish. It was a very bizarre series of events that ended up that way. And because of that, within a second, that's one thing we got to know about redemption. When it happens quick, but not as quick. It doesn't happen in a flash. It happens in judders, and then it happens in a matter of days. But it doesn't happen in a flash, unless you can see it coming. And I really think I can see it coming, right? So anyway, everything is turned around, and the Haman and his 12 sons are hung on gallows, right? So then it says the king goes to Esther, the king's wife who saved the day, right? King goes to Esther. What can I give you? And she says, if it will please my lord, if you can have the 11 people hung out tomorrow like you had them today. So that's a bit weird, right? So it's more understandable when you know that when you use that particular word for king, it's often talking about God, right? So God is actually breaking through space and time and saying, Esther, and I can do for you. You've done pretty darn well. And Esther is probably one of the greatest figures in biblical history, I would say. I couldn't even write a comic book about her because she's too great, right? I couldn't encapsulate it. It's beyond my talent. That's how great she is, right? So I think that. So anyway, so she says, what can I do? So these 12 sons, right, were hung up. So it didn't make much sense for the bodies to be hung out again. So there's this weird thing in that page, right? There's this really weird thing. You have these 3 small letters, like letters that's smaller than normal, and 1 big letter, right? Really weird. So fine. So cut forward to the Nuremberg trials, right? And the sentence is delayed a couple of days because there's calls for clemency for the 12 Nazis that are going to be hung, right? So it gets pushed over to it goes to the next Jewish year. It was Jewish New Year's in October. It was right then, right? It was right then of that New Year. So then the census comes over. They all get hung. It's like 2 days after the Jewish New Year. They all go with a bit of dignity, they say, apart from the last one, Julius Streicher, head of propaganda. Right, he goes kicking and screaming. Right, they have to drag him there, crying and something, and then he gives a final declaration, which is a bit strange. Right, his final declarations, he says, "Now I go to God," and something like that, and it says, "Purim-fest. Today is Purim-fest, 19th, whatever." Yeah, he says, "So today's the holiday of Purim." Now Purim's in March, not in October. What else? He actually knew Jewish law very well. He actually knew it very, very well, as it turned out. Or his free will was taken away from him, which I think we might be seeing happening soon. Anyway, in our world, but it's all going to tie together. So what he said, this is Purim. So what happened? Those three little letters next to the 11 hung sons. There's 11 hung sons and one daughter who committed suicide. Right? Nuremberg 12. There were 11 Nazis to be hung. Right? And I'm just too much on the street by saying that. But there were 12. Right? However, one committed suicide. That one was a transvestite. So she was a trans gentleman, Goebbels, right? Killed himself because he from poison hidden in his toilet. So Haman had 11 sons and one daughter. The daughter killed herself, right? Because she shamed her father with the toilet water, not knowing it was a father in the one story, right? So she killed herself. So that you got this really weird connection there, and then you get the 11 sons hung. Now you got those three little letters and that one big letter. You know what? You know what those little letters spell, and the big letters, if you put them together, that Jewish New Year that just passed, that they pushed back the execution to go past, so just so it could get in there. Freaking crazy. So yeah, that's what I mean, that things go throughout time, right? Time is a spiral, is a recurring spiral, right? Freaking man. So I think we're in that recurring spiral, and we can see that from I think we're in a redemptive period, right? So look at the redemption of the Exodus from Egypt, right? That was a redemption. The Jews were in slavery, and they got redeemed, right? That's what a redemption was. I think us as people of faith, and again, Christian and Jew and whoever, right? Us as people of faith are basically backed into a corner, right? We are there. We were happy to live and let live, as far as I can see. Right, we were like, listen, my personal morality is that, this isn't something that's good for you, right? But it's not my business what you do, right? That's basically where I am. Like, I think we had an attitude of live and let live. But they didn't. They couldn't stand our existence. They couldn't stay. They cling to our guns and our Bibles, right? And it's kind of true. I do. I cling to my Bible. It's true. Like due through history, we many of us had to be, not go and be martyred, right there. But So, but I think we're kind of in this together. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and I think we saw the world change when the president became the president. I think we saw this very, very, very strange, very strange champion, right? The one you would never expect to be the champion of, biblical values. Isn't that weird? I mean, listen, okay, just taking a step back, right? Whether you agree with me, if you disagree with me, right? Whatever. If the Donald is like, a champion for biblical values, that's just a bit strange, isn't it? I think that's a bit strange, right? I think it's fair to say that it's a bit bloody strange. Fine, let me have a look at this chat while we contemplate how strange that is. Here we go. So hello to you, Dr. Dave, Kip Ellis, how you doing? Dr. Davis, hello to you already. PD Rich, how you doing? History repeats itself. It does. And it makes a good song. History. Who did that? It's a Gilbert, I think. Would have to be very drunk not to know. Yes, that's how drunk you gotta be. You're right. That's how drunk it is, right? I say it'd be more like I'll be more likely to be evil when drunk. No, I disagree, Derek. No, I think my guess. See, we have a Jewish tradition. I think when wine comes in, the truth comes out. I think listen. I think you're not a guy I want to mess with, right? I think you could probably tell you strike me as a bit of a rough guy, and you can handle yourself, right? Totally. However, you strike me as a pretty decent, good person, right? I mean, if somebody messes with you, you'll mess back. But you strike me as a fundamentally good person, right? So I think when you drink, you would actually be you'll probably be your good side is probably going to come out. That's what I would like to think. PD Rich, PD Rich says, but Rabbi, the intersectionalists don't believe in redemption. I don't know who the intersectionalists are. Okay, so but I think we are. Listen. I believe in a lot of shit that nobody else believes in. Okay, most people not believing the shit I believe doesn't mean I don't believe that shit, because I believe it. I believe some weird stuff. I do, but we all do. We all we all do. To be fair, Hitler and Paris. That is true. That is very, very true. I don't think we are going to see some of those. Oh my gosh. I just, again, imagine what's going to happen to the world, which I think is going to happen. It was crazy last week. This week is people like, oh, yeah. We've moved in a week, right? It's moved from like that to like, so they're not even there. They're like, they're starting to sweat. That march made them sweat. They're like, oh, these stupid yokels. It doesn't. We've recounted or no, you're lying. It's in the end. It's all going to go down in the Supreme Court. That's what my boy Dershowitz says, and I thought that as well. So I'm using Dershowitz as a what's the word? A bat. What's the thing where you back yourself up? Anyway, fine. I don't know who they are. Did they also get a decree that the Jews could defend themselves on the day without? Yes, exactly. That's exactly what the way we got out of it. Yeah, that's a big story. Mel Gibson was his plan, which I thought was a good one. If it was either way, to like get over the claims of anti-Semitism, which were pretty darn obvious. He was going to do a movie of not the Book of Esther, of Hanukkah. Sorry, of Hanukkah. I'll tell you, say what you want about Mel Gibson. I'm sorry anti-Semitism ended your career. Cause what a good filmmaker. Oh my God. I mean, he's like everything he touched was freaking gold. Like I would rather just not know and have him keep making movies. I think it's freaking darn good. I mean, again, I'm Jewy, right? Like, I can let it go. Let's get some Mel Gibson. I don't know though. I haven't been able to watch Braveheart since. That's true. Oh, it's a hard question. Mad Max I haven't watched for a while anyway. Yes, they did. There we go. Name his son Aaron after Moses, and it just jumped to me massively. I thought, well, didn't even think I was that behind. Well, there we go. Not there. Oh no, balls. Says Petey Rich. I named my son Aaron after Moses' brother. The girls all have Fraser. Oh, very nice. Aaron is actually the probably I would say the best person in the Bible. you got Esther, who like did the most incredible things. But you have Aaron, who was like the most incredible peacemaker, right? And that's a rare talent to have. So I hope his namesake, is blessed with the ability to make peace. Leon Gott says hello. Biden Harris 2020, baby. Could be. Could be. Who knows? All bets are off. I think like pretty much. And I'm telling you, if you want to put money on it, I will put money. I'll put $100 on it. I really would. I totally would. Says Fleda Moosley. Fleda Moosley, how you doing, mate? I read an interesting account about a European person who murdered 2 women in an Asian country and fought the guards all the way to the gallows. He had broken an arm. They had hanged. Oh well, that's yeah. That story didn't like get better. That story that did not have a happy ending. That did not work out well. Okay. Heather Sulu says, hello, how are you? Do you have to take on a Malek? Yeah, but that's probably World War II. A Malek's World War II, I think. I'm pretty sure. So, okay, so here we are. We are, I think we're reasonably united, which is a very, very good thing, because we are from 2 different nations. I believe you're from the nation of Edom, and I am from the nation of, I guess, Israel, right? Now, so you have Abraham and then Isaac, and Isaac had 2 sons, Edom and Jacob, right? Yeah, Jacob. So fine. So the plan was they were supposed to work together, much like kind of we've been in the UN for the last few years. Like you guys have totally had our back here in Israel. I think that's entirely what Abraham and Isaac dearly wanted, right? And it was something talked about in the Bible. Well, we talked about that last week. I'm not going to talk about it this week. But I think that's we're working together now. I think this is the fulfillment of the plan. So we had an interesting thing happen that after real biblical like normative values, I think we're under attack. The idea that gender is generally speaking fluid. It's a nonsense, right? It's just if somebody says they're gender fluid, I believe you. Okay, I think you're a very, very small minority, and whatever you want, it's not my business. Okay, do what you want. I'll try and call you whatever you want to be called. I don't give a shit, right? Okay, I mean, I if you're very mannish, you want to be called Doris, it's what do you want me? I'm gonna laugh, okay? What do you want? You gotta kind of go for it. I mean, listen. Okay, here's your goal. You, if you're a tranny, and I think not sure was a bad word, but you want to go for the Singapore, Thailand transvestite, who would entrap somebody as a prostitute, sleep with them, not knowing that he was having sex with a man, right? That's the sort of level of convincing you want to go for, right? And even then, I'll do it. I'll do what you want, okay? But just live and let live. That's what I'm saying, man. So we have to take on about. So so then Edom breaks into 2. You break into Amalek and you break into the good of Edom. So I think the good of Edom is America. I think that's truth, justice, American way. I think that is the good of Edom. I think that's the that fairness, that free spirit, that you can do it. I think that's that free enterprise. I think that's the good of Aesop, the good of Edom, right? And I think that's a country western, as well. Like it's good family values and maybe a good barbecue. Okay, we can go for all of that stuff together. So I think that's the good, and I think the first time, and till it was supposed to, this is the end of days in if we're working together, which just looked like we are, which is really cool. Let me finish going through the chat. Then I will tell you a cool story. CJ Campbell 37 says, "Hi all. Hope you're well. I am pretty darn well. I have to say, I am well. Kit Charlie Cat. Good day, sir. Thank you for being here. Don't matter. When you think of me as an Irish Jack Reacher. Okay, that's kind of how I did actually. Yeah, but listen, I think you're more of a Jack Reacher." Kind of played more a Jason Statham, like or like a Joe Gilgun, so that sort of thing. I imagine you be a bit more, Jake Reach. Yeah, that's exactly. I kind of did that. I did imagine. Hollywood Elites, exactly. It just jumped to me. I'm not even that far behind. Okay, well, something about Hollywood Elites. That's where I got. Absolutely, Beckin, Hollywood Elites, SJW. Yes, Hollywood. Okay, so here's where I think we are. So, in the redemption from Egypt, it didn't go smoothly. First, Moses had to try and convince the Jews, and they're like, "What the? Nah, we can't be bothered with this crap. We have got to get up and make bricks in the morning. First he had to convince Jews. That was pretty tough. But then he went to tell Pharaoh. And Pharaoh says, "Yeah, screw you, baby," and made things worse. And there was mad at Moses. What was going on right there? Like, why is God doing all this stuff? The question could easily be asked, right? Why? Firstly, why are there only 10 plagues? Why isn't it 11? Right? The splitting of the Red Sea. Why is that not a plague? Right? That's not the way. And here's the thing: the plagues had a specific function, and the splitting of the Red Sea has a specific function. That's why they're two separate things. The specific function of the plagues was to annihilate the idea of a godless universe, or what's the word we're looking for? Idolatrous universe. Thank you. Yes, an idolatrous universe. It was to get rid of the idea of their basic way of society, that everybody was answerable to somebody, and everything was finite. There was nothing more than this world, right? There wasn't anything more. To think beyond this world was considered stupid and obscene to them. This was the destruction of that idea. It was a very, very cruel society, the Egyptian society. So that's basically what it was. So God raised them up, right? Raised them up so he could drop them from height and shatter them, which is essentially what happened. And then the splitting the Red Sea, where they were all killed there, that was a punishment for the hardships they put on the Jews. Right, so you can ask the question here: why were they if they're fulfilling God's plan, if they're fulfilling God's plan of oppressing the Jews, right? The Jews were supposed to be in slavery in Egypt for 400 years, right? If they were part of God's plan, why would they be punished for doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? Why would they be punished? That doesn't make any bloody sense. So the idea is they did it a little bit too much, right? It's like, imagine you're the CEO of a big corporation, and someone wants to start working. You want to say, okay, fine, you got to start right at the bottom at the mailroom, right? And it said, you tell him, don't give him any preferential treatment, just treat him like anybody else, right? And then they knife him. Like, what? I said treat him like. I didn't think you treat people like that. I said, well, things got out of hand. Like, well, no. There is a boundary. So I think they got off on it too much. Essentially, they got off on oppressing the Jews. It wasn't enough they enslaved them. They enjoyed it. So that's why you had the splitting of the Red Sea. So anyway. Look at the world is right now with that kind of what's the word, worldview in your mind, right? So what happened? We basically had a culture, I think completely, in Jewish terms we use the word treif, right? We had this treif culture. Treif is like not kosher, it's like it's like really treif, it's like so. And that treif culture is the SJWs, the left, the people. I always thought it'd be cool if like a Lex Luthor or something had a super weapon that dissolved boundaries between things, that dissolved boundaries between countries, dissolved boundaries between genders, right? And just made it that you couldn't define anything, right? That would be something that just destroys the universe. So I can see that being, and that's what they do. That's what they want. They don't any boundary they find disgusting. So you had this like this trafe, worldview, and they were in control. They were in control for a long time. They were in control. And then things turned around. People said enough. People said enough. And I think the religious vote was a very big thing that got Trump into office. And things started to turn around. You could say, listen, I respect you as a human being. I love you. I don't want to make a wedding cake for you. And it's not just it's me. It's not you. It's nothing to do with you. It's what I'm doing with you can't compel me. And it was okay. We could live. We were moving to living and live again, right? Fine. Let me get back to the chat. Rabbi, we did that. To be honest, I'm generally kind of generous a bit. Yeah, say, I told you, right? I told you would be, because wine comes in, truth comes out. That's a basic Jewish thing. It's true. Yeah. Again, I wouldn't mess with you. But I don't think you're a bad guy, and that story would be good. Yes, Mel Gibson talented. Watch his stuff. I just can't. I can't get over it. I wish I could, because he's a great freaking director. Aaron made the golden calf, so he was not. But actually, he made that made him super perfect. Aaron making the golden calf. He made the golden calf so to stop the Jews doing it. Right? He wanted to take that veil. He wanted to take that sin onto himself. Right? That was really part because they were going to do it anyway, right? He knew they were going to kill him, and they'll do it. So they said, "Listen, they'll never get over that sin, right? They'll never get over that sin." So that's why Aaron made the golden calf, right? And so that's what made him into the Cohen that he is. Look at this. Scottish, my wife is English, so I have to sneak away in the middle of the night to watch Braveheart. Listen, I tell you, I would totally role play that then if I was you. I'll have my wife be Scottish, and I'll be like one of the scuzzy English girls. I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds fun. She almost called me once, but I switched to Paul channel. Yes, thank God, thank God for. What's the name of the one? Somebody told me. I don't know. Okay, but something just said about intersection. I said. Oh man, I'm really behind. I thought I was nearly caught up. Fine, that's where I was. Great film. Brave. Okay, intersection seems to be about determining identity based on demographics instead of the other. That's interesting. Yeah, I see. I can see that. That's okay. Fine. I don't see what's. I don't understand the connection. Makasha. That's a Jewish thing. Makasha. What's the connection, right? Dr. Dave, indeed, Hollywood has forgotten the entertainment is king. Braveheart is near. Perfect movie. Respects Independence Day and King Kong 33. Right? Yeah. Okay. Pretty much. I wouldn't mind watching King Kong. I haven't seen that for ages, actually. I like the Peter Jackson version, actually. I think it's a solid movie. Okay, let me see if I can go this far without it jumping. To teach people, I was told those who would listen as why their redemption was not made easier by God. Well, to teach Egyptian people, I was told those who would listen as to why their redemption was not made easier by God. I don't understand what that means. I tried twice. Okay, I'll try again. Okay, it's totally me, but Eastland. It's not you. It's totally me. Not getting it. Okay, what you wrote was clear. My mind's just a blur. To teach Egyptian people, I was told those who would listen as to why their redemption was not made easier. I guess so, sort of. Fine. Let me see. What else we got here? Fine. More movers. Yeah, God is on our side in this kind of trouble. If we keep doing if we are doing the right thing, if we are doing right or trying to do the right thing, doing right. The question is very relevant. Yeah, listen, you can only ever do your best. That's what I think. You can only ever do your best. Just jump. I nearly had it. Okay, no, I think is that the end of the window? Wait. Ryan Wynn, how you doing? Driving and listening, great energy this morning. How you doing? Oh, how do you listen? His book's still in demand. If you can send me the link, I'll put it in the chat right now. Great book. You're Hammerella, right? Right. Freaking awesome book, right? You think it's a female for? No, it's much better than that. It's a whole different thing. Plus, it's an attractive woman with a big hammer. What more can you want out of life? Listen, I just sold you the book for you. It's a woman with a big hammer. I think you're done, right? As soon as I get the link, I'll put it in the chat. Fine. Where are we up to? Fine. So we were talking about redemption. So redemption sputters, right? Redemption sputters, which I think is what we're in right now. Redemption sputters. But here's what I think is going on. I think just as God wanted to destroy this ideology of Egypt back in the redemption of Egypt, that idolatrous. It's called a primarchy, where there's somebody. It's like a pyramid. There's somebody on top of you, on top of you, on top of you. There's nobody. There's nothing beyond self, right? So it's called this primarchy. So I just as God wanted to destroy that, and he used the 10 plagues to destroy that. They said the final redemption will be the miracles will be as miraculous. Now, this doesn't seem as miraculous as like frogs and bloody blood rivers. People will pay attention to that pretty darn quick, I think. No. Okay, so we're in a fundamentally different universe. Now we're in a universe that we basically combine by its physical boundaries, right? Back then, we're in a universe where magic was a reality, was a force, was something you could do. It's like you could go to a magician and you can get shit done. And because of that, you could also get idolatry work. You could give a sacrifice to an idol, and that idol will give you crap. It worked. That's why it was so seductive. You get basically whatever you wanted. I have Kong versus Rex statue from Peter. Oh, that's a nice statue. I love that one. I know exactly that statue. Freaking awesome. That's the design statue. I think they base that scene off, right? Tartarus Time is here. Tartarus Time is a good time. How you doing? So Tartarus Time here. How's this for a dirty idea? You know what? I think let's just switch. Let's switch this down or not from the sacred to the profane. By the way, my review of Time Lord Victorious Daleks, which was freaking awful, right? Absolutely freaking awful. It's been blocked worldwide because in the corner of the window, I show you a little clip of it without sound to demonstrate how bad it is, and it is freaking awful. Oh, my video finally got monetized. I was waiting to see if it's got monetized before I release it. So I'll release it after the stream. But here, I'll give you guys a little sneak preview of this. So this one's a bit naughty, okay? This one's going to get me into trouble. Okay. I'm going to get in trouble with this. Here we go. Thing of beauty this is. I freaking love this. So, okay, just for anybody who can't see, who can't see it, this is Jodie Whittaker, Doctor Who, looking very, very gay and happy as he does. Standing behind it is a man in blackface, a black and white minstrel, the most offensive thing you could possibly imagine. I mean, full on blackface. He's got a big smile. It's really bad. Okay, he's wearing this hat. It's just bad, right? And so Jodie Whittaker's saying, check out my new companion for next season. It's the most diversest ever. And then the headline reads, the current era of Doctor Who, full of empty tokenism, according to Guardian newspaper. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Finally, that's the only thing in the article we agreed about. Fine, there's another thing I'm going to share with you if I can find it, which is pretty darn cool. We just go over here. It's we want that. Is this what I was looking for? No, that is not what I was looking for. Fine, it's going to take me a minute to get it. Here, I'm going to go over here. This is actually worth the detour, okay? This is actually worth the detour because, it's... by the way, what did you think of my... thumbnail for this one? I was quite happy with it. I have to tell you, reasonably happy with it. Okay, fine. I'm just getting the images now, trying to download them. There's this one. This is very exciting. This is going to be a world exclusive of the complete, for the first time ever, for the male gaze series, for the male gaze. You see, we go from the sacred to the profane here, which is exactly where we're going. Yes, let's open up. Doink. Now, my Indiegogo, which is the sign up, is going to open probably tomorrow. Okay, I just got to find the time to do it. Probably tomorrow. If you sign up for it, right, that's just join the newsletter, and then subsequently make any purchase, any physical purchase whatsoever, you get your choice of 1 or 4 art cards. You can get all 4 if you want in a tier, but you get a choice of 1 or 4 of these art cards. And then I got another little sneaky idea that I'm going to lay on you. So this is art card number 1. This is art card number 1. Right now, working title is License to Thrill, but it's too boring. It's got to be something much better than that. I don't know. Well, it's some James Bondy thing. Okay, number two. You've seen me show it off before. It's a wonderful piece of artwork. It's called No Hanky Panky in the TARDIS. No Hanky Panky in the TARDIS. So next one, I don't have a title for yet. Let me think. It is something Love 1999. 1999. It is a very, very cool Space 1999 shot. I do like this one. I can't remember even the name of the character, but yeah, yum. And finally, this one has a title. It is Don't Even Think It, Citizen. Don't even think it, citizen. So yeah, anyway. You get one of these for free with any purchase. If you get a tier, which you get all 4 of these anyway, I think I'm going to do another one. And the other one's going to be, it's got to be Big Victoria Waterfield, hasn't it? It's going to make the SJWs crazy. Okay, Victoria Waterfield, hand over her boobs in a suggestive manner while she has the Victorian underwear thing going on. Going, ooh! So, yeah, that's going to make the SJWs go freaking insane! Which is, I think, what God wants. So there we are. Let's go back from the profane, back to the sacred. More about that on my stream. I guess it'll be Tuesday. Yeah, I think I'm doing it Tuesday. That's probably a good news start. Anyway, so let's look at what happened. God raises up the evil to let them down and destroy them. I think that's what's going on here. I think this is literally God's vengeance, right? I think it is God's vengeance at those who hate God, right? They can't, if you have friends, for the love of God, please tell them to prepare themselves, right? Because I don't see why God would change direction, right? God changed direction once. Why would he do a 180 once again? I think it's more likely he's going in the same direction. I think God is going in the same direction. I just think he's going in a lot harder, right? And he's not out of the race yet, is he? I do think he can get Pennsylvania and Michigan overturned. I think they're going to lose those 350 ballots in Pennsylvania. I think they're going to lose those 150 ballots in Michigan, and I think that's enough to take them away from. I think that's going to happen. But who knows what's going to happen then? I think Biden's going to have to concede. I think that's basically the only option, that Biden's going to have to go. But then, think about what this is going to do long term to the SJWs. The people they've trusted throughout this, CNN, the media, and social media, Twitter, everything gives them the same message. There is no evidence of voter fraud. Everything they believe in their entire world tells them something. There is no. They're never going to have faith in that world again. This is destroying faith in a world in the same way that God destroyed faith in the world of the primarchy. Yeah, I think we're at a redemption, because I think the end of days are coming. I don't. Yeah, I think it's going to be good, right? I think it's going to be good. That's basically where I am. I think with that. So right now, just after one of my favorite bits in the Bible, right? Right after the Egyptians made things worse, after Moses came for the first time, right? And Aaron was laughing. Aaron was laughing at you. He has a chance. And when Aaron was laughing at you, that's when God said, "And now I will show you who is God," right? And that's what he does. And that's where we are right now. That's 100% where we are right now. I believe we are. I might listen. I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I don't think I am. I will put money on it. I think. I just look how less crazy it looks this week than last week. Right? People are still going, really? What? Wait, what? Yeah, right. You know where they are right now? Right now. You're on the Death Star. You hear them back in the background. There's the alarm going back, and then somebody comes to go Grand Moff Tarkin and says, "We've analysed their attack, and it does have a possibility." And then, should we evacuate? Evacuate on a moment of great triumph? Don't be ridiculous. Death Star in 5 minutes to minimum. Say, like that. That's happening. That's where we are right now, and it's going to have the same outcome. We are going to be standing on the steps with Princess Leia, looking hotter than I think she looked in the whole rest of the trilogy. Okay, admittedly, she looked good in the bikini in Empire in Return of the Jedi, but she was so strung out on coke by then. It was too late. I think she looked hotter there. And Hewie's going to be like, I think that's where we freaking are. But where are we right now? Death Star in 5 minutes to the Arvin. That's where we are. So let's have a look at the chat. One YouTuber used a whiteboard and erasable markers or hills of I miss whiteboards. I know. I love. He still does that, doesn't he? I think he does. I just got home in time. Don't remember how you doing, mate. There we go. Chris Persia's here. I should have said hello to you, Chris Persia. Okay, I'm going to try not make it jump. It's going to jump. They were like white minstrels. Yeah. Oh, but it's so racist. That thing is so racist. I wish church had been like this when I was a kid. Listen, dude, here's a great thing. You don't have to believe in any freaking thing, okay? You can be Jewish, you can be Christian, you can be an atheist, you can it's fine. Just, you know what? Let's just be nice to each other. Wouldn't that be crazy? I know. So what's going on? Thomas Time says, I'm back on my mister. Chris says, good afternoon, how are you? Peter Rich says, it's going to jump. Man, just totally jumped on me. Fat Santa might be Mel Gibson on the first unwatchable movie. Oh, really? That's a shame. Although I do love Santa. I do love Santa. We're definitely doing a Christmas episode of Geek Lord Overmind, right? Definitely doing a Christmas episode of that. We've got to do a Christmas special of big comic book pitch. That's got to happen. I don't know, got to work out, but I really got to get on comic book streams right now to get once I get my thing out. Hannah's party like it's 1999. Hannah's time. You are freaking awesome. Let's party like it's 1999. Freaking awesome. Love it. Fine. So we got a thing of a James Bond one. I would have loved bootleg Star Trek resin figures of the 90s busty. Yes, I love those. You can get a lot of bootleg stuff. I tell you, you know what I always wanted to get? I did a Battlestar Galactica, and I put fiber optics into it. It's really freaking awesome. And so like the engines light up, the end all that. But apparently you get an in-scale Cylon base star with it. I was like, oh yes! I freaking love Battlestar Galactica. That is an awesome show. I remember 1999. Yes, that's part of 1999. Wait. The last is the winner, or should I say, I broke the law by I like the jaw. I need to be judged by judge. No, that was actually it was Anderson, not Hershey. Let's see. I mean, I have to show you again now. Listen, yeah. What can I do? Here we go. You see, it's got a little side badge on there. You can see, this is Dominic Ratcho's art. He's freaking awesome. See, I am just zooming in on the side. It's a site. It's obviously Judge Anderson, but it's a young Judge Anderson, right? Young Judge Anderson. Let's have another look at I can't remember her name, Sandra. But yeah, I like he's got the helmet. I love the background going well. Down. This episode, yeah, and she's gorgeous, freaking gorgeous. It's let's go a little bit more in depth on Perry because this is just a wonderful. Look at that, he's just totally nailed her. Right. I guess most of us do as well. Look, she's absolutely gorgeous, right? Like this, and I love, by the way, this is you can look kind of like he's just got the console so right as well, right? And I know it's a bummer. There you go. I moved away from the console, but yeah, that's just the way it is. He really nailed it. So yeah, great artist, Dominic. So there you go. Live and let thrill, maybe like that. Live and let thrill. That could be cool. Anyway. But he's going to prison. Listen, he's not going to go to prison. Don't get excited. Here he needs to go to prison. Hit that like button. Yes, you're absolutely right. Perry is watching you, and she can watch you forever. Once you get my Indigo, so I think I'm going to have to do a special perk for somebody who gets the level with the 4 cards. That you get this. Chaser card, and I think it's got to be Victoria Waterfield, right? Yeah, that's going to make them crazy. Time Prophet is here. How you doing? Oh man, it just jumped again. Got kicked out of Sunday school, says Dr. Dave, because the teacher was on his high horse about banning telly on Sunday. Yeah, again, that's just dumb. And I said, what about songs and praise? His face went, but yeah, exactly. Listen, any way that anyone can connect to God in any way is good. It's like something that my daughter's working on right now is that I think she's going to be her next degree she's doing is was it non-conventional teaching methods, how you build non-conventional, because the trouble with mainstream education is it has to appeal to like the most people. To me, economics got to appeal to the most people possible, which is like the median 60%, right? The median, yeah. Hang on a second. So the median 60%. So if you wonder what I just had nasal spray, but it's like it looks too much like I am injecting some substance in my nose that somebody can get hold of. Anyway, what was I just talking about? I just totally blanked. Then when I go back to the chat, you're doing a different learning module. Yeah, so if you're in like the other percentile, like my son found himself the perfect school, which is like basically agricultural. He's outdoors doing something, and he's doing so well. Oh, he's so good. He's so good of him. It's so good to see him doing well. Daytime was so tired. Hello, and happy birthday yesterday. Who? You had a good birthday. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. You born in 1999. Get out of here, man. I've been married for years. I did. Wow, that's just blew my mind. If doing a fraud, do not run off folks from the other side. It looks suspicious. Keep reserves. Exactly. I mean, like, love Battlestar, except for my friends called me Rylon for 2 years after that. Well, listen, did you have that Cylon look about you, right? Could you be one of the final 6 Cylons? Love that show. Oh man, I might watch an episode tonight. Now. Talk me into it. What else we got there? Oh wow, so they do look amazing. Sandra Baines, played by Sonia. Thank you, Sandra Baines. That's right. What else we got here? Autumn, how you doing, mate? Autumn, mate, we got to work out a way of getting your technical manual, getting you doing Indiegogo of that. I was looking at the other day, like I was going to offer you to do when I did mine as an extra level. If you want to do like a print of a few sheets and make a portfolio. When I saw you got so much, you could just publish a book. You should just totally just publish it. If you want help with it, let me know. It's so freaking easy, right? I mean, you just got to do pre-press, but it's so freaking easy, and you should do it because it looks awesome, right? If you haven't seen Autumn's book, the TARDIS technical manual, it's really good. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Indiegogo right now. I'm going to look up Hammerella. And I get you the link, right? There you go. What's his name? Ryan is. I hope it is. It's perfect. It is. If not, it's Hammerella's lucky day. It just finished though, but I'm pretty sure it's in demand, right? If it hasn't shipped yet. Hammerella. Look at him right up. Okay, thinking about it. Let me go back to the chat while I'm waiting for it to get there. So your book is freaking awesome. Yeah, if you want help putting it out, I am so happy. I was told again, yes. Not the good stuff. Okay, fine. This said, agreed. If we get pinched heart with church fan. What do you say? The good thing is though that education nowadays. I was just saying what my daughter's doing is getting much more specialized, right? It's getting much more. Has it found it yet? 1 second. Wait. Look over here. Oh, Hammerella. God, I saw it the other day. Is it even searching? Oh, it's still got the little whizzy wheel going around. Oh, now it's coming up. Stand by your beds. Fine. So as I said, so you know that's where I think we are right now. When everybody's laughing at you, when everybody's saying, I think this is. Yeah, I just think it seems more likely that to me that God's like staying in the same direction and doing the same thing. It hasn't changed his mind, right? And just like what would have happened? I mean, I think if America actually had voted for Biden, right? If they had voted for Biden, I think they deserve a Biden presidency, but they didn't, you know. So yeah, I think God has allowed them to cheat, has allowed them their free will, has allowed them agency, has allowed them all these things to allow them to fail, right? Basically, to allow just to slap them down. I think here we go. Here's Ryan's Indiegogo. I'm just putting it in the chat. Is it Ryan? Let me see if it is his. There you go. There's got 15 days left. And it's 90% fine. But going back it now. There's tons of great. I like the. There's a $50 level. This is really nice. I think, as I recall. Well, the $250 level is pretty darn nice as well. Fine. Oh, good. Good. It's still going. Still good. Fine. What's next? Okay, so I think that's basically it. Look. Oh, it says I'm not allowed to, but I'm a moderator. Hey, one second. Maybe let's go this way. 1 second. And nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. Well, I'm going to tell you. So I click here and I go here, right? And then I click here. Windows opening up. Now I might get double audio for a second. If I do, I will stop it. Yeah. There you go. And I go to chat, and it's me, because it's me, and it knows I'm a moderator. It's going to let it go through. There you go. That's Ryan's Indiegogo. Tell you, that was a lot of work. That was definitely a lot of work. Fine. I think that's basically everything. So as I was saying, redemption is near. I think this is going to be a weekly thing. If there's anything you would like me to talk about, I can only really talk about the Old Testament, right? It's like the new book's not really mine. I don't know, don't know what's going on with it. all I would say is, if you to know what the Bible's really talking about, you got to know it in the original Hebrew and know it in context, which is knowing this this commentary by the name of Rashi, who was also a rather good wine merchant. And our favorite wine is Rashi. Fine. Let me just see. Anybody else is there? Fine. So I think that's it. I think I'm going to wrap up for now. I'm going to be in the TARDIS Zone later tonight. We're watching Lazarus Experiment. That's going to be at 7 o'clock. I'm going to wish you, have yourself a blessed, absolutely blessed Sunday. I'm blessing